Good morning, VI. Well, it's been known as the miracle tree, the tree of life, the king of superfoods. And in scientific circles, it's also commonly known as the most nutrient-rich plant ever discovered. Well, you guessed it, it's the Moringa tree. And right here on Good Morning VI, we'll find out if it's all hype or is it all true. So stay tuned right here as we discuss the Moringa tree, the miracle tree of life, only here on Good Morning VI.
Tune in. Yeah. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah. Hey! Good morning, VI. Good morning. Wake up. It's time to tune in. Good morning. This is the day the Lord has made. VI. Good morning. Wake up. It's time to tune in. Good morning.
Good morning, Virgin Islands, and good morning, Caribbean. Welcome to Good Morning VI. It's the morning show for you to start your day right and walk through your day right. I'm Denise, and along with Lisandra.
Hi.
Well, normally we have delays here, but again, duty calls for delays, so she wasn't able to join us today, but she is here in spirit.
Yes, she is.
As always, we aim to inform you and inspire you as we cover a variety of interesting topics important to our everyday lives and our community.
Yes.
And today is no different because we are talking about a tree, a miracle tree, what is called the miracle tree of life. Scientists have regarded this plant as the most nutrient-rich plant ever discovered in the world. Yes, we're talking about the Moringa tree.
Yes.
Well, it's all the rage right now, but we're going to find out. Is it a bunch of hype or is it true? Right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the health benefits of the Moringa and why it's earned its name as the miracle tree or the tree of life. And that's on our topic today, the Moringa, the miracle tree of life. Right, Lisandra?
Yes, we're going to have a naturopathic doctor and a local farmer, and they're both going to talk to us about the Moringa tree. Again, is it hype? Is it true?
We're going to find out today.
Yes.
Because we're going to find out what's in it, what makes it earn the name of the miracle tree.
And you know, we've
life.
heard about a lot of different plants and herbs that do miracles for our bodies. But I think this is the first time I've heard of something like the Moringa.
Yes, there's something
when
special
even scientists are saying that it's a super plant.
Yes, exactly. The most super or nutrient rich. So we're going to find out all about that. But before we do that, as you know, we always like to start our day right as we start our program with a prayer, a scripture, and a word of encouragement as Lisandra translates from English to Spanish for our Spanish-speaking viewers. Good morning, Father. We thank you and praise you for this new day in our lives and for your mighty power that dwells within us. We place our full trust in you and seek your divine wisdom in every aspect of our lives and in every decision we make today as we walk in peace, love, divine health, with every step ordered and directed by you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Buenos días, Padre. Esta mañana nosotros le damos gracias y le alabamos por este nuevo día en nuestras vidas y su poder que habita en nosotros. Ponemos toda nuestra confianza en ti y buscaremos su sabiduría divina en todos los aspectos de nuestras vidas y todas las decisiones que tomemos hoy, mientras caminamos en paz, amor y salud divina con cada paso ordenado y dirigido por usted. En nombre de Jesús, amén.
Amen. And today's scripture comes from the book of James, and that is James chapter 1, verse 5. And that is, if any of you lacks wisdom, You should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you.
Santiago, capítulo 1, verso 5. Si alguno de ustedes requiere de sabiduría, pídasela a Dios, y Él se la dará, pues Dios se la da a todos en abundancia y sin hacer ningún reproche.
Yes, and that brings us to our word of encouragement. Our word of encouragement today is, God's wisdom can help you succeed and prosper in any area of your life. Just ask Him when you need it, and His wisdom will flow to you through various avenues. So whenever you need foresight and understanding, seek God's wisdom first so that you will operate with prudence and discretion as His wisdom operates in your life. Live victoriously in God's wisdom. Wisdom is the key. Wisdom is the key. And today we're going to get a lot of wisdom. Wisdom
Yes,
about
we are.
that tree
The
of life.
Moringa
Let's find out what's all about that. Let's find out. So stay tuned to Good Morning VI as we discuss our topic, the Moringa, the miracle tree of life.
Rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, VI. It's time to tune in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the day the Lord has made.
Good morning, VI, and welcome back. And today our topic is the Moringa tree, tree of life, miracle tree. And we have with us Dr. Catherine Mallet. She's a naturopathic doctor, naturopathic physician, and we welcome her.
Thank you so much for having me.
She's going to enlighten us about the Moringa tree. But first, we want to know a little bit about Dr. Mallet. She's a naturopathic physician and mother who recently moved to the Virgin Islands from Seattle, Washington. She received a Bachelor of Science degree at the University of San Francisco in exercise and sports science and a doctorate of naturopathic medicine at Bastyr University, a CNME accredited institution leading the field of natural medicine. In addition, Dr. Mallet received advanced training and clinical internships in herbalism, integrative oncology, hydrotherapy in Germany, clinical fasting, craniosacral therapy, homeopathy, and shamanic medicine. She has done extensive research on the Moringa oleifera, and I'm assuming that's the scientific name for the Moringa tree?
Yeah, that's the Latin name.
That's a Latin name. Moringa oleifera. Very interesting. Tell us, first of all, before we go into the Moringa tree, what is a naturopathic doctor or physician?
Yeah, and a naturopathic doctor, we really want to focus on the vital force in the human body. So in our work, what we're doing is really believing that the body has an innate ability to heal itself, and how can I strengthen that natural capacity within them? It's not a combative medicine that says, let's fight disease. It says, no, let's strengthen health, because by strengthening health, your body will send the troops out where they need to go if the force is really strong. And so we're going to look at things, start at the foundations of health, your diet, nutrition, exercise. And from there, we're going to correct any imbalances in as many natural means as possible. So we're looking at herbal medicine or homeopathy, any type of structural release like chiropractic type manipulations. Also can get into supplements, vitamins and minerals. And from there, if it's necessary, we can go into higher force interventions like pharmaceutical therapy, or we don't do surgery, but we would refer out for something like this. But ideally, we're going to look at what is happening with this person and how can I strengthen their health to the best degree.
And as you mentioned, nutrients and vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients have a great impact in overall health, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so for a naturopathic physician then, is it that something that you often prescribe or recommend, or how does that work?
Yeah, exactly. A good example is someone has muscle cramps. Well, a lot of times the mechanism of muscle cramp may may show a magnesium deficiency. So that's an example where you might recommend to take the magnesium mineral to address that condition.
Oh,
Right, I
okay.
see.
And
okay.
so-
you look at how you can naturally supplement whatever is insufficient in the body.
Yeah, because a lot of times any type of symptom we're having could be indicative of an underlying deficiency or imbalance in somewhere in the body. But it's not all that we do. And again, a strong diet will hopefully give you those nutrients that you need to
Yeah.
really be functioning optimally.
Where it's almost preventative
Absolutely.
measures. Such
Preventative
as,
medicine
yeah.
is the best medicine.
Oh, okay, of course, I'll say that, yes. Okay, so that means that as a naturopathic doctor, you study or, you research a lot of the natural herbs that can help our bodies. Natural herbs, nutrients, and so on. And the Moringa is one of them. Tell us about the Moringa.
Yeah, I feel really grateful to be speaking about the Moringa.
Okay.
It is a power plant.
Yes.
The Tree of Life is a really wonderful nickname for it because it is chocked full of all sorts of vitamins, amino acids, essential fatty acids, all sorts of phytochemicals that are necessary to really help your body function optimally. In addition to what it can do for your body, it's a very important plant for the ecology of its surroundings, helping to clean the soil and replenish depleted soil, which is happening a lot with the use of chemical pesticides and what have you. So it's a plant that's not only gives life to us, but gives life back to the earth.
Wow, okay, interesting.
imagine
And then we
that.
do have a picture of the moringa, and the moringa tree grows here in the Virgin Islands and the Caribbean, correct?
Yeah.
Does it grow anywhere else, though?
Yes, it's found in most tropical regions in the world. It originated in India, however, since then has spread into the tropics.
Oh, okay, and this is the picture of this is a mature moringa tree.
Yes.
Yeah, fully grown. And those leaves, and okay, and then there are flowers too on the tree. Those
Yes.
are those edible as well?
Yes, you can consume all parts of the plant. Some parts are safer than others, though, so we can discuss that. But yes.
Okay.
What are the health benefits of the moringa?
Overall, the moringa tree isn't good for one condition or one thing because it is so full of nutrients. So again, any time that you're taking a food inside that is really full of as much possible things that you can get, the better it's going to be all across the board.
Right.
And so the two main things that stand out really strong with the moringa tree are its inflammation modulating properties and its antioxidant properties.
Oh,
Okay, and those two are very important. We're always hearing about antioxidants and of course, for inflammation, meaning infections, no?
Infections are a part of
Inflammation.
inflammation is how your body would respond to an infection initially.
Okay.
However, inflammation is the first step in your body's healing process. But if there's a lot of disease inside, too much inflammation will go rampant and create an imbalance.
Okay, and we're going to talk more in detail about what the moringa does as soon as we get back with you, Dr. Mallet, right here on Good Morning VI with the moringa tree, the tree of life. So stay tuned.
Yeah, this is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice. Wake up, VI. It's time to tune in. Yeah. This is the day the Lord has made.
Welcome back to Good Morning VI as we are discussing our topic today, the Moringa, the miracle tree of life. And we're going to talk about the content, like what's in the Moringa that makes it earn its name, the miracle tree of life. It's about the content, right? As you said, that it's so nutrient rich, right? So,
Absolutely.
and we have some slides that you so graciously provided that we can look at and talk about really what's in the Moringa. Now, first of all, I don't know if you pulled it up, but I know that you mentioned the vitamins and minerals. So here you say the vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins. What are those and what does that
What are they
mean?
doing? Yeah, absolutely. So The moringa has a very complete spectrum of vitamins found in the content of the plant. We're having the vitamin A, the beta and alpha carotene, vitamin D, E, and vitamin K. Those are all what's called fat-soluble vitamins. And what makes those really powerful is the vitamin A is going to be really important for your eyesight, really important for your skin integrity. Vitamin D is also really important for your calcium regulation and also your immune function. The vitamin E and the mixed tocopherols is what they're called. It contains the whole group, which is a really important piece to have all the different types of vitamin E. And those are really strong antioxidants.
And then I see the Bs, the vitamin Bs, the water-soluble vitamins.
Yeah, and it has all of the B vitamins, which is really important. And the B vitamins are going to be very important for your detoxification pathways, regulating your hormones. And they're the cofactors of so many different little, all the chemical reactions that are happening in your body. So the more B vitamins, the more it's like a well-oiled machine. It's really going to function really well.
Right. Just amazing that it's all in there. And then we get to the minerals. This is all in one
This
plant.
is all in the, wow, okay, I have so many questions, but go ahead, sorry.
And we talk about the minerals.
Yes, absolutely. And the mineral content is really important for your kidney health and also maintaining a really strong fluid balance in your body.
Right.
But more specifically, each mineral, they're again cofactors. They're aids in chemical reactions that are happening. Always at the same time, your body is having a symphony of chemical reactions happening. And the minerals are going to really tonify and help those processes.
All those minerals are in the moringa.
Lithium.
And then the fatty acids. We also always hear about the great benefits of fatty acids, and that's all in there too. The omega-3, 6, and 9.
Yeah, omegas are the most powerful fatty acids. They're the most famous, and they're really important in your inflammation, your skin integrity, and just making sure your body is functioning well again.
And then it also has flavonoids.
Yeah, the flavonols, isoflavonoids, and sterols, we're going to kind of group those together. Those are really, again, they're plant phytochemicals that are really important in your body. They end up being inflammation modulators, as well as important in the immune response. Sterols are really important for our cholesterol metabolism and preventing overbinding of cholesterol into your body, and also they're a precursor to your steroid hormones, which are really important for all sorts of your stress response, reproductive health, and what have you for there.
Wow, there's more. Yes.
Yeah, the plant phenols, we can group that into the previous category. And the xanthophiles, those are really important in your eyesight. They're going to really support the nutrient content of your retina, and so helping to absorb the correct light and seeing well. And the glycosides, again, those are, when we'll taste a little bit of the moringa later, and you can taste it. It's a sugar bond, and the glycosides are going to be really important in your immune response, mostly is where that's working. And so again, as you can see, all of these vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, they're really going to create a whole picture of how to give the body the building blocks it needs to function really optimally.
You know, I already see where it would get that name of the miracle tree of life as a superfood, because I mean, so many nutrients in one plant, you know, as opposed to, you know, usually you say, well, you eat this for this, or you eat some other nutrient for that. But this is like all this just contained in one plant.
Absolutely. And I guess that is the key of what makes it so powerful. And I have never seen a plant that contains such a wide breadth of nutrients.
I was just going to ask you, is there another plant that can even come close or compare?
There are other power plants out there, and it's really important to kind of focus on your region. In the tropical region, the moringa tree, I feel, is our most powerful superfood.
And are there any, is there like an importance or significance to consuming plants that are actually homegrown or grown in the environment rather than imported? Is there a difference as far as the nutritional value?
Absolutely. Once you start importing things from very far, especially in the northern regions, once they're traveling a lot, a lot of times that dried food, or if it's maintained fresh, will start to lose some of its nutritional quality. And then also you want to look at the ecological impact of that. Once you're using the fuel to get that down there, that anytime we can grow locally, think locally, use local plants, that's going to be the benefit for everyone in the environment. Also, this tree it's living in the soil that we're living in. We're in the same environment. We're exchanging the same gases. It's a plant that is really working together with us. It's here for us, and so we need to be here for this plant and spread its medicine.
Oh, excellent.
So if I drink the moringa tea every morning, I'll lose weight and my skin will look perfect. Everything will be perfect.
It's a tonifier, so it'll make you feel well. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
That should help. But I'm sure you got to look at the other habits too. You know? No, really. That's true. Like sometimes I say, okay, well, just drink it and everything will be fine. But definitely it will add to your, to your nutrients and everything that we need. Right. In addition to a healthy lifestyle.
We'll talk more about it.
Well, yeah, definitely we have a whole lot more to say about the content of the moringa and compared to other fruit, vegetables, as well as other herbs and plants when we get back on the moringa, the miracle tree of life, here on Good Morning VI.
Yeah. Hey! Good morning, VI. Good morning, morning. Wake up. Wake up, VI. It's time to tune in. Yeah. This is the day the Lord has made.
Good morning, VI, and welcome back. And we're here discussing the moringa tree, the miracle tree of life, with Dr. Mallet. And she's been telling us so much about the moringa tree. It really seems like it is the super plant. And we were discussing what's in the moringa, what makes it the tree of life, the super plant. It has so many nutrients, and also it can be compared to so many fruits and other plants, so that we can see why it is called the super plant and the tree of life.
Yeah, and in fact, we do have a slide on that. Comparing the dried leaves, even there's a difference in the
dried leaves and the fresh leaves.
There we go.
Look,
and
there it is.
So like, this is, interesting here where they're showing, like, let's say with just the fresh leaves. You can eat the fresh leaves just like that.
Yes,
right?
you can eat the fresh leaves. And as you can see here, they have 4 times the vitamin A of carrots, 4 times the calcium of milk, 7 times the vitamin C of oranges, 3 times the potassium of bananas, 3 times the iron of spinach, twice the protein of yogurt. I think that's very important for a plant,
yogurt,
especially for your vegetarians and vegans out there.
Exactly, a plant that has that kind of protein.
Absolutely.
So when you say fresh leaves, just eating the leaves?
You can eat the leaves fresh, or you can also take the fresh leaves and make a tea.
A tea, okay,
add them to hot water, and get the content that way. Most of these things will be extracted. The protein won't, but many of the things will be extracted in the water.
Okay, and then you have
and
dried
then you look
leaves.
At when the leaves are dried.
Yeah. How do you dry the leaves? Or you just take them?
Our next guest is going to
talk about
that Mr. Barry. He's going to talk about exactly how you do that. But I'm looking, it's just kind of remarkable that when the leaves are dried, they actually increase in a lot of the vitamin content, right?
You can think, they do, it's because this is gram for gram. So once you dry the leaf and the water weight leaves, then it condenses. So it's not necessarily like the plant magically grows more vitamin A. It's because it's more condensed. And then some of the vitamins, they actually will change and go a little bit down. Vitamin C doesn't hold up very well without having that water content. So that vitamin C goes down. And so it's really important to, if you're going to take the moringa tree, it's good to do the dry and the fresh leaf.
But what I noticed that even though, let's say the vitamin C might have gone down when you dry it, it's still like, what is it, 3 times? I don't remember what it is. It's still 3 times the amount of something. Let me see. When it's fresh, it's 7 times of the vitamin C of oranges, and then it's half of the vitamin C of oranges, but it still has the C content
still very
anyway.
strong.
Yes.
And then everything else seems to go up tremendously.
Well, look at the 25 times the iron of spinach. That's really
as
important.
compared to 3 times the iron of spinach, which is already powerful with the fresh leaves. So
especially, I want to make a little comment about that iron, that iron, when you take an iron supplement, can be hard for your body to absorb.
Yes.
So if you can get an iron through a food source, it's really going to support your energy system, support your red blood cells. So it's really nice to see that strong content in the Moringa
Yeah,
tree.
Oh,
it is.
yes,
It is.
awesome.
It is because iron pills sometimes cause headaches and other side
Upset
effects and other
stomach
issues.
and-
Right. So just taking the moringa, the dried leaves especially, will be
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
enough as like an iron pill.
Yeah.
Is it better to, and I've heard this, that to get your iron, your vitamins and other nutrients from a natural plant rather than, let's say, buying capsules and
A supplement.
vitamins? Like a
For the
supplement.
most part, it's easier.
Like in your food.
Absolutely. And for the most part, it's easier absorbed. Your body can, the bioavailability of vitamins and minerals in a plant source is really going to go into your tissues in a lot easier way. However, it's important to note that to eat organic food if you can, because we get a lot of those minerals and those vitamins from the soil, and if our soils are depleted, then the content isn't as strong. However, the moringa tree, it has ability to replenish the soil, and it's very, very strong. So that's a really good alternative.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
it is. And you know, I just want to mention something about iron, because I know growing up, whenever there was a deficiency of iron, I remember, you know, everyone said, you know, just eat liver. And that's it, because it does. So
Yeah,
is it,
it's a
which
high
one? I
liver
mean, of
content.
course, yes. Because, you know, it's a plant, but, you know, they talked a lot about, you know, also eating liver as soon as you had an iron deficiency. Just eat liver every day and for a week and you'll be fine.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, I
maybe
agree with that.
works.
The iron found in liver is extremely strong, and all the vitamins and minerals in liver. So
Yeah.
So I mean, there are other sources of these vitamins.
Yes,
It's just
of
that in the
course.
moringa, it just has all of this.
and it's nice
you
to
know,
have it
it's
in a plant source that's such a complete food.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
And speaking of other antioxidants, even there is also, we have another slide on ORAC. If you can explain that, there's a study
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
comparing moringa to
With
other
ORAC?
antioxidants and
Yeah,
the
it's a measurement
effectiveness.
to see the amount of antioxidants that are found in a plant. It's the oxygen radical absorbance capacity. And you can see that the moringa has the strongest, most dense amount of antioxidants per content than any of these other
Well, even
antioxidant
more than the
superfoods.
The acai fruit, dark chocolate,
garlic,
raw,
wow.
red wine, green
So what is
tea.
the ORAC? What is the ORAC? Is that a
It's a measurement.
acronym?
Yeah, it's the oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So let's talk a little bit about what an antioxidant is. We'll do a little thing that in your body, all of the chemical processes that happen, different chemical molecules combine with other chemical molecules, and they sometimes will leave a unpaired little electron. And those things, that's a free radical. Those can lead, they'll accumulate in your body, lead to aging and all sorts of creaks and cracks. You can think of rust. Rust is an example of oxygenation that happens. And so
So the antioxidant prevents that.
the antioxidant, it's like cleaning
It
that
fights
rust from
that.
your body.
Wow,
It's keeping you young, it's keeping you healthy, and it's really
a lot of
gonna,
vitamins.
Oh, that's
it's
what
anti-age because it's gonna support that vitality inside.
Okay. And we'll talk more about the antioxidants because we need those to stay looking good right here on Good Morning VI as we return talking about the moringa, the tree of life, right here. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
Rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah. Wake up the eye. It's time to tune in. Yeah. This is the day the Lord has made.
Welcome back to Good Morning VI as we're discussing the very interesting topic of the moringa, the miracle tree of life. And we have been talking with Dr. Catherine Millett, who has been telling us all about the great nutritional value of the moringa as to why it earned its name as the tree of life. And now we have joining us Charles Barry. Mr. Charles Barry is a farmer and beekeeper here in the Virgin Islands, and he grows the moringa on his farm.
Right.
And Mr. Barry, welcome to Good Morning VI.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. And Mr. Barry actually brought us the leaves and the pods and the parts of the moringa that he's going to talk about. But Mr. Barry, first of all, a little bit about you. You were you're a retired federal government employee,
yes,
correct? For 36 years, and you retired.
Yeah, right.
And you decided to be a farmer now. And how long have you been farming, actually?
Well, I've always been involved in, I was a home gardener basically.
Oh, okay.
And you have to be licensed then to be a farmer.
Right.
So I went through that process and doing,
And so
doing
this
that
is
now.
legitimate.
Yeah.
Okay, what are all the types of things that you have on your farm?
Presently, banana, plantain, okra, eggplant, moringa,
Moringa, yes.
hot peppers. That's one of my key.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you're also a beekeeper, so you do.
I have
the-
my- I
you
have
make
my
honey
hives.
and everything too. Harvest.
Bees make honey. We
That's
we
right.
steal
we were
it.
talking about- yes. And package it, right?
Yeah, we
Yes,
steal
yes,
it.
yes.
As a matter of fact, we did about 90 pounds on Water Island yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Oh
that's
wow, that's
interesting.
amazing.
Yes.
Locally grown honey. And so all about the moringa today. And I see that you have brought some, and you brought some parts of the tree so you can actually see. Can you just tell us, describe exactly what we have here?
Well, these are the leaves. The main thing that most people use.
Right.
They don't use the trunk or the bark as much here anyway as the other parts. So this is what we dry to make the powder and the flakes.
Right. So you have the leaves, as Dr. Millette was talking about. The when you talk about the nutritional value and the nutrition that's in there, it was like the whole tree, the whole content, correct?
Absolutely, but the leaves have the most.
The most, okay.
And these
then
are-
the flowers, it also has the white flowers.
Right, these are the flowers. Just about all the insects visit the flower, including the bumblebee, the honeybee, the hummingbirds. They all,
okay.
it's a nectar producer. So we have the flower, and once the tree flowers, then the pads that give you the seed will then come after.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So the pods are.
the pot, right.
So these are the pads, and you can see these are the tender ones. People actually will cook this like a string bean,
Okay.
and when they get a little older, they'll then cook it the same way, but they'll take the inside out. You'll scrape this inside and the seeds out like a flower, and you'll eat it that way.
Okay.
So
And what
okay,
about
to
the
this-
nutritional value for the pods?
Well, basically, they all contain. I don't know the concentration difference between
Yes.
this and this.
It's Dr. Millette.
leaves and
Yeah, the seeds, within the pods are the seeds, and the seeds have a lot of the flavonoids and the saponins. They're going to be really strong in your immune system to help strengthen your immune system.
Okay. Okay.
And these over here, those are the
These are the
seeds
seeds
that are in the
themselves,
pods, right?
And you could just
Those are in the dry pods.
in the dry pads. There, here you could see the different indents.
Yeah, you should.
Those are the seeds as they mature.
Oh, then you can open it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
It's a
And
three-sided, as you can see, three sides.
So
You
these
see?
are the dry
See how they look?
seeds.
They are
Wow.
Can you get
connected.
that? Can you get how we open the pods and the seeds are in it?
They're all connected
neat,
to each
yeah.
other.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And people, how do they eat? I mean, you could pretty much eat these
You could pick this
things
up and
raw.
eat it right
Anything
now.
is
Eat
picked
it.
up raw and eaten raw, right? And it's the same with the leaves.
Yes, you could eat the leaves just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and you mentioned the flakes before. You mentioned the flakes and the powder. How do you get the flakes and the powder?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, as you harvest, I try to, from my first harvesting, I try to go to have as many leaves and less branches, other parts of the branch as possible.
Okay.
So I have, where you could harvest from, sometimes you harvest,
Oh, you mean to
so the
pull
whole
them
thing
off?
comes, right.
Right.
So after this goes in your area for drying.
Right.
You could dry in anything that don't produce sweat or heat. You don't want galvanized, you don't want anything hard.
Okay.
You don't want glass. You want cardboard or cloth.
Okay.
And this is where you put it so you dry it. Normally when I'm
You
harvesting...
put it in the sun?
No,
No?
don't put it in the sun
Just
at
leave
all.
it. Oh.
Air dry.
Just leave it air dry. Okay.
The sun will actually dry it out and make lessen the nutritional value.
Okay.
Because in the sun it loses that.
Okay.
And it has to stay green when it turns dry, because I'm looking at the dry, this is the dried flakes that you did of the dried leaves, and they're still green, so you don't have,
That
like,
because
you're thinking,
they
when you think
want
of
in the
drying, you
sun.
think it turns brown, but the
Right.
sun would turn it brown.
Brown, right.
Okay.
And is that a good thing?
Right.
It's not a
It's
bad,
not.
that's not a good thing.
So
Right.
you just air dry that.
Okay, and then the powder?
Well, this is, I have 3 pieces of machinery that I put my flakes, my leaves in.
Okay.
The first one like a tumbler, like a food processor.
Right.
And they just tumble it a little and just break it down a little. That's what you get there.
Okay, the flakes.
So it's like
And then as I
flakes.
process it in 2 other pieces of machinery, I then determine the consistency I want, and I grind it until I get that.
Okay, so how do you use these? Because that could look like oregano to put in your
It
food,
does.
like seasoning, but
Yeah.
it's not. You put it like after you make the food, or you put it in. You
yeah,
put
anywhere you want.
Okay.
You could use it in any recipe.
Okay.
Like I say, if you have teenagers, you want, sprinkle it on the ice cream, throw it in the jello, whatever, it don't matter.
Okay,
But
okay.
You could consume it in any
Whatever.
fashion.
Okay, and it stays, and the nutritional value stays, Dr. Mallet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's in the food.
Especially, I think, like as we had shown, as we had seen, when the fresh leaves are dried, the nutritional value kind of changes. So this is a way
Yeah.
also
Concentrates.
of doing that. It concentrates, right? Because
That's the word.
as you explained how it does. So this is a way of doing it. You're saying that you then dry it, then you put it in a food processor, and then you're able to.
Right, and then you determine your consistency and go accordingly.
Oh, great. We're going to talk more coming up next. We'll talk more on the preparation and the eating of it in your food and how that's done when we get back on the Moringa, the miracle tree of life.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! Good morning, VI. Wake up, VI. It's time to tune in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the day the Lord has made.
Good morning, VI, and welcome back. And we're here with Dr. Mallet and Mr. Barry, and we're talking about the tree of life, the Moringa tree. And oh my goodness, we found out so much and how it's a super plant, that super tree. And we want to know what conditions exactly does the Moringa tree help with?
Yeah, in traditional use for many centuries, the moringa has been used for asthma, allergies, arthritis, especially rheumatic arthritis, cancer, cardiovascular problems, so really strengthening your heart, helping your GI system, GI ulcers and heartburn, any type of infection, bacterial, fungal, viral. In addition, the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, as we spoke about, strengthening your immune system, also used as a contraceptive and diuretic.
How can it be used as a contraceptive?
It's also one of the safety concerns because it has implantation inhibiting effects. And so it's important to note that during pregnancy, especially late stage pregnancy,
You should not.
and most of that is involved in the root, not so much
in
the
the
leaf.
root. Oh,
but
okay.
it's still something to consider when you're pregnant. And the studies have also shown really strong evidence that moringa is really beneficial for asthma.
Oh, okay.
And so a lot of and mild to moderate asthma, and I believe that's mostly due to the vitamin C, high vitamin C content, which is really helpful for asthma.
Anti-inflammatory.
So speaking of like the safety, are there safety concerns, side effects, or safety concerns about
Some
parts
parts
of the
of the
moringa?
tree.
Because we have these parts that you said are definitely edible, but what other safety concerns or anything that there might be of the moringa?
Yeah, the leaf and the seeds are food, so they're safe.
Okay.
You can pretty much consume them in bounty. However, once you get into the bark and the root, that's when some of the plant is very powerful. The nutrients are very condensed there, and so you might affect some of the nervous systems. You might affect the heart in not the best way, and so. When it comes to taking the root or the bark as medicine, want to make sure to speak with your doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, speak to your doctor first
And
because the
specifically
nutrients in there are
prescribe.
very concentrated.
Yeah, and also one other thing I wanted to mention is the moringa tree is very good for breast milk production for women.
Oh,
And the studies have shown it's a really powerful, what's called galactagogue, to help increase the breast milk flow.
And that is through either drinking it, eating it, or do you have to prepare it in a particular way, or is it just a part of ingesting it? Just as long
Yeah,
as
it's the
ingested?
leaf.
Oh,
The
it's
leaf,
the
the
leaf
leaf
in
part.
particular. Oh, that is the most powerful part, as you say. And Mr. Barry, you were talking about when you dry it and then you make it. How have you prepared it? And do you prepare it in your foods?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I use Moringa daily.
Oh.
Okay.
How
Every
do you
day,
do it?
every day.
How do you use
Basically,
it?
I use the flake.
Oh,
Okay,
the
you use the
flakes.
flakes.
Right,
Okay,
this
and
one,
what do
yeah.
you do with the flakes?
Everything.
Everything. So you just put it
Just
on.
sprinkle in the
just
microwave.
sprinkle it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Breakfast, I use it. I
Like in your eggs or
right,
whatever.
right.
Okay.
I like I eat 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, so that's part of my early morning go.
Okay. I put the powder in my smoothie in the morning when I do that.
Well, again,
You know,
people
sprinkle the
using
powder.
that.
Yeah,
The powder.
powdery, yeah, the
Just
leaves,
put it
the
in
dried
there.
leaves.
Soups,
that's-
stews,
Anything.
everything. Steamed
Yeah.
fish, whatever.
Well, we just had some pictures of different ways that people do use it in their foods. A little slideshow, I guess they'll start to run it in a sec. Yeah, there's like a pizza. I got that actually came off of ilovemoringa.com, a website. That's just it in a pizza. I think they had some other little ways that sometimes it's used. That's in a soup. It's just any
yes.
soup you're eating, just add the moringa leaves.
Does it have a taste? Like, does it add taste
Like
to the
this, you'll
smoothie?
taste it. You'll taste it. Once it cooked, you don't.
You don't taste it? Okay. Okay, this is a moringa smoothie.
Smoothie, yeah. It's a
Wow.
smoothie, or it's probably mixed in
Something.
with other things
yeah.
too. I don't know. Grilled
Oh,
cheese
cheese
sandwich.
with-
It sounds like you just can add it to anything you're
Anything.
eating, to whatever it is that you like to eat.
Ah, just like that.
That's
Like the label
sauteed.
say hot, cold, raw, overcooked.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this is sauteed.
Yeah, and that's in the scrambled eggs, I
Eggs,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah. So that there are different ways that you can just add that boost of nutrition, that power food.
Yeah.
It's in chili.
And we could find it all over as you go along.
Yes, here in the
Yeah,
right.
right hand of the
The one you
eye.
had just before, I do a tofu with it.
Oh, you do a tofu with the
Moringa.
moringa scrambled tofu. Oh, and then, okay, speaking of the seeds, because we were looking at the seeds over there, those are, isn't it that you can eat them? People eat them raw too. I mean, just about everything, of course, you can eat raw. But there's something about the seeds in drinking water. Tell us about it.
Yes.
You tell us, Dr.
Yeah, why don't we
Yeah,
all try it right now?
Okay,
You can all
let's
get a
try it.
seed. Here you go. We'll crack the seed open.
Okay.
Kind of to crack it and peel back the skin, the brown skin.
Well, see, we don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that?
We eat the whole thing.
You eat
don't
the whole thing?
Okay.
Okay.
You get that
Well, I
strong,
have
nutty.
two. I'm going to eat a whole
It's
thing.
very
and I-
strong.
You can do
It's very
both.
strong.
Okay. Oh.
You get that sharp.
Sharp.
You see?
It's
Then
the
you
best
get, it, you
taste
get
in
the
the world.
sweetness. Then you get the sweetness.
But,
Yeah, but we eat the whole,
and then when you
Yeah,
drink
it's a little,
water,
very strong, yeah. I know some
Oh, it's
people,
really
it
sweet now.
makes the water
Yeah.
taste sweet.
if you
like
put lime
really
in your
sweet.
mouth, now it'll be sweet.
If I put lime in my mouth, it'll be sweet.
It'll turn to
Also?
sweetness, yeah.
What you're tasting is that glycosides. This is starting to positively affect your immune system right from your mouth, and it's having downstream effects.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still sweet.
Okay. Okay,
Oh
now
my.
this is the one without peeling it open.
Yeah, well, I did it without peeling it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's really good.
You know, I actually like it better without peeling it open because it's not as potent, because I'm tasting the shell around it. So it's easier for me to swallow, more palatable.
But that's wasting time for me.
But we'll keep tasting. Can I have some more? And we'll be right back.
pull out the
We'll be
bag.
right back
All
with
right.
more of the Moringa tree right here on Good Morning VI.
Wait,
So
I
stay
didn't put
tuned.
the bag out.
This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up the eye. It's time to tune in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the day the Lord has
Welcome back to Good Morning VI as we have been discussing our topic, the Moringa, that miracle tree of life. And we're so glad to have with us today Dr. Catherine Millett and Charles Barry. And we're here with the different parts of the Moringa. And I just wanted to ask Dr. Millett, I understand that Moringa is also used in water purification. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. The World Health Organization has classified it as one of the plants to use in developing countries for water purification, either on a small scale, the crushed seed, or on a large scale in their water purification plants.
So even that's another amazing thing
yes.
about this moringa tree. And then I understand that it's being used in modern times too to combat malnutrition in a number of countries. So
Yes, yes.
it's amazing. Mr. Barry, where is it that we can find these products, the dried moringa?
First and
Give us your
third-
number.
First and third Sunday, Yathaven Grand, 774-2952.
Okay, that's
Yes.
your number, so people can call you for the moringa tree. Thank you so much. And also, Dr. Millette, what is your contact information?
Yes,
How do you
I'm
get
practicing over at Synergy Fitness and Wellness Center in
Okay.
Red Hook, in the East End Plaza, and you can call there at 715-2348.
715-2348. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yes, thank
both
you.
of you,
All that
so that, you know, just talking about why it is, and now we know why it is that the moringa tree has earned the distinction of being called the miracle tree of life, or, as a scientist said, the most nutrient-rich plant in the world. Now we know. Thank you so much for all that information. Thank you for joining us. And we also are now ready for our assignment for the week. Our assignment, and that is about wisdom. Make it a habit to seek God's wisdom in every area of your life, particularly where you lack knowledge and understanding, and decide to operate your life with His wisdom. That's so important, and we've gotten a lot of wisdom today too about the moringa. And our confession is, I constantly seek God's wisdom. Therefore, I have guidance, insight, and discernment in every area of my life. I live victoriously.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Good Morning, VI.
Wake up, CI. It's time to tune in.
Yes, let it go.
This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Hey! Good morning, VI. Good morning, morning. Wake up. It's time to tune in. Good morning, morning. This is the day the Lord has made. Good morning, VI. Good morning, morning. Wake up. It's time to tune in. Good morning, morning. Healthy living, money matters.